Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Max and today we are going to talk about my TBR for the rest of July and August. If you're new here, please don't be shy. Click that like button if you like the video, comment anything, even an emoji would do, and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's just get on with our TBR. So my tea's becoming a bit cold. Honestly, as soon as I want to film, noise. It's not my fault. It's not anyone's fault. I live near a busy road. That's absolutely fine. Where is everyone going? It's a frickin' Saturday. 2 p.m. Right, we'll kick off this TBR with Stephen King's Carrie. I'm planning to read this by the end of this month, end of July. We're going to a cottage, or is it a village? I'm not sure. A cottage near a lake, and we're going to spend a week there. Family will be there as well because we are celebrating someone's magical birthday. Not mine. But yeah, if anyone's not familiar with Carrie, this talks about a girl who has the power of telekinesis, and then it's all set up in like, I think a high school. I'm not really sure. I think there's a movie, but I've not seen the movie. Yeah, so it was prom night, and then Carrie gets invited by Tommy Ross, and it's her dream come true. It's her first step towards social acceptance by her high school colleagues. But events will take a decidedly macabre turn on that horrifying and endless night as she is forced to exercise her terrible gift. So I think this is Stephen King's first published novel. So I'm quite excited to delve into that because I've never read a Stephen King book before. And we'll see if his writing is my taste. You know, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. I hate watching horror movies. I can never watch horror movies, but I'm trying to read a lot of horror as much as possible just because it's a genre that's quite creative. The noise. I can't close the window because it's boiling in here. But yeah, I've never read a Stephen King novel before, and I really want to try to kind of read more horror books. And just recently I've read The Har by David Sodergren, and I cannot stop singing praises about it. I try to, as much as possible, tell people to read it, especially here in Scotland, because of course he's a Scottish author, he's independently published, so I would love for his book to be kind of a mainstay. But yeah, I'm gonna read that for the last week of the month. And the next book I really want to read, because this has been on my bookshelf for ages, is Belladonna. I feel like all my TBR, my cat just jumped on the table where you're at right now. You're not supposed to be there, you know that. Do you want me to put the lighting? Fine, now the lighting's off. Oh well. Let's change your location. If I put you here, I hope my cat doesn't push you, but you're going to have to be balanced on a tiny ledge on the window. But if I pull this high enough, he'll be high enough there, I think. Oh, but then you can see my freaking disgusting kitchen. Not really, I think you can see my office. So I have like this pull-up office. Anyway, I think the lighting's better. Is it though? Is that lighting too much? I think it's too much. Because you're currently balanced on like the windowsill, and you can see. See, it can be quiet. Honestly. Right. So I've changed your location a bit. Billy, can you please... Oh, my camera's dying. My camera's dying, so I'll be right back. Okay, where were we? So my camera died and my cat wanted cuddles, so that's absolutely fine. We'll just start with this again. The next book I really want to read this coming month is Belladonna. I've had this on my bookshelf for, I think, more than a year now. I think the second book is out, like, I think it's a series, so the second book's out, Foxglove. I think I mentioned this before in my summer reading tag or something, or maybe mid-year freak-out tag. I'm just gonna read the blurb really quickly. Orphaned as a baby, 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interested in her wealth than her well-being, and each has met an untimely end. Her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living in at Thorn Grove, an estate both glittering and gloomy. Its patriarch mourns his late wife through wild parties, while his son grapples for control of the family's waning reputation, and his daughter suffers from mysterious illnesses. So I think I just really need to sit down and go through it, and I can finally say, you know what, I'm done. I've finished reading Belladonna. And that's it. Next book I'm quite excited to read is Pyrenees. Sorry about that. It's, oh god, honestly, Butterfingers. It's Pyrenees by Suzanne Clark. I think this was a gift from one of my friends. Yeah, it's about, I'll just read the back to you. Pyrenees lives in a house, in the house, as in capital H, house. Perhaps he always has. Then messages begin to appear, scratched out in chalk on the pavements. There's someone new in the house. But who are they, and what do they want? Lost texts must be found. Secrets must be uncovered. The world that Pyrenees thought he knew is becoming strange and dangerous. And I think this is going to be a movie soon. I'm not really sure, but I'll put the article up if I see it. But I'm quite excited to read this. It's only... I always go to the pages for some reason recently, because I think this is how I gauge whether I can read the whole thing in a weekend or a day, or I have to read it sparingly throughout the week, just because, you know, work. It's about 245 pages in total. The text isn't that bad. Really nice, good paragraph lengths. It has a lot of awards. I've seen this like all over the shelves in bookstores like 3 years ago. Well, it says here, Women's Prize for Fiction 2021, so it's been ages. But yeah, I'm excited to read that. I think I still lived in Edinburgh when that came out. I used to live near Blackwell's, and I remember that was like, there was a whole kind of wall dedicated to the release of that book. But yeah, the next book I am very interested in reading is God Killer by Hannah Kaner. Again, this has been in my bookshelf for more than a year. I just need to sit down and read it so that I can make an executive decision, an informed decision if I want to buy the second book or not, if I'm gonna drop the series or not. So, God Killer, I'm just gonna read the blurb. Kissen's family were killed by zealots of a fire god. Now she makes a living killing gods, and she enjoys it. That is until she finds a god that she cannot kill. Skedi, a god of white lies, and has somehow bound himself to a young noble, and they are both on the run from unknown assassins. Joined by a disillusioned knight on a secret quest, they must travel to the ruined city of Blenraden. That seagull just needs to stop. You know what? We're just gonna decide to ignore all the noise. Yeah? You agree to? Me too. Alright, so I'll just continue. It says, persuaded by demons and in the midst of a burgeoning war, they will all face a reckoning. Something is rotting at the heart of the kingdom, and only they can be the ones to stop it. So, I mean, gotta admit, look at this freaking cover. It's beautiful. I really want to read it, but I don't know why I've been avoiding it, and I just need to put, you know, one foot after the other when it comes to reading. I just need to get through my bookshelf and stop buying books. I've been trying to be good though. I have been trying to use more of my local library, and I have enjoyed my trip there recently. Carrie is one of the books that I borrowed from the library, and I'm quite excited to read that. Yeah, I think I've reserved a couple of books. I've never read an Agatha Christie book before, and I think I reserved Five Little Pigs. And it's because there is a kind of book club thing, and I really want to try and join, because of course part of reading books and joining this community is for me to explore new kind of genres. So that's why I'm starting to pick up more horror now, but I kind of want to try an Agatha Christie book as well, and a Stephen King. And also I really want to try Richard Osman's books. I think we kept buying them for my partner's grandfather for a while, and then I realized, you know what, I actually want to try to read it, so I'm going to probably borrow some from him. You know, try not to spend so much this year. But yeah, I've reserved, it's not yet here, but I'm planning to read that as soon as I have it. Five Little Pigs by Agatha Christie. And I actually don't know what it's about really, but let's just read the blurb. There's something wrong with that frickin' seagull, honestly. I just need to close that window because it's getting annoying. Right, screw the heat. The noise is getting too much. Now, Agatha Christie's ingenious murder mystery, reissued with a striking new cover designed by Okay, now, beautiful Caroline Crail was convicted of poisoning her husband, yet there were 5 other suspects. Philip Blake, the stockbroker, who went to market. Meredith Blake, the amateur herbalist who stayed at home. Elsa Greer, the 3-time divorcee who had roast beef. Cecilia Williams, the devoted governess who had none. And Angela Warren, the disfigured sister who cried wee 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 all the way home. Sorry, I'm laughing because my partner just asked me, or he just randomly spoke out loud and said, I wonder how many people realize that when the piggy went to the market, he didn't go to the market to buy stuff. He went to the market because he was to be sold in the market. And he asked me, how old were you when you realized that was the thing? And I said, 30. I realized that just now. So yeah, sorry about me laughing, but I wonder if you guys just realized that now as well. Put in the comment if that's the same, you're the same as me. But yeah, so it is 16 years later. Hercule Poirot, I think that's one of the detectives, because I think there's like 2 detectives in Agatha Christie's books. But anyway, Poirot just can't get the nursery rhyme out of his mind. So I want to read that. It sounds fun. Ooh, it's 0. Oh, it says it's free with Audible membership, and it's only £1.36 in paperback, and the Kindle edition is like almost £3. So I'm not gonna spend money. I'm gonna see if it's free on Audible, or if I can borrow it from our library. I think I've reserved it, so that's one I've reserved. And then the other one that I've reserved, actually, I'm quite excited about because I'm in this kind of fairy tale retelling vibe recently, and I'm really enjoying it. It's Spinning Silver. I've also reserved that on my local library. Hopefully I'll get it soon. But it's Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. Naomi Novik. Spinning Silver draws readers deeper into a glittering realm of fantasy, where the boundary between wonder and terror is thinner than a breath, and safety can be stolen as quickly as a kiss. Miriam is a daughter of a daughter and granddaughter of moneylenders, but her family's inability to collect debts has left his family on the edge of poverty, until Miriam takes matters into her own hands. Hardening her heart, the young woman sets out to claim what is owned, and soon gains a reputation for being able to turn silver into gold. When an ill-advised boast draws the attention of the king of, I can't pronounce that, Starik? grim fey creatures who seem more ice than flesh. Miriam's fate and the two kingdoms will be forever altered. Set an impossible challenge by a nameless king, Miriam unwittingly spins a web that draws a peasant girl, Wanda, and an unhappy daughter of a local lord who plots to wed his child to the dashing young Tsar. But Tsar Mirnatis is not what he seems, and the secret he hides threatens to consume the lands of humans and Stark alike. Torn between deadly choices, Miriam and her two unlikely allies embark on a desperate quest that will take them to the limits of sacrifice, power, and love. Channeling the vibrant heart of myth and fairy tales, Spinning Silver weaves a multi-layered magical tapestry that readers will want to return again and again. On Goodreads, it's currently like 4.2 stars, so I'm excited about that. It's about Rumpelstiltskin, Spinning Silver, all that jazz. I think 2 years ago, I think I posted it here on my channel as well, but I read, was it Gilded? Yeah, it was Gilded, and it was also a fairy tale retelling of Rumpelstiltskin, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the first book. The second book, okay. I wish it was just one book, you know. But anyway, I'm excited to read that, and I've reserved it on my local library. Hopefully I'll get that soon. And then the next book that I'm quite... Where did I freaking throw it? Oh, there you go. God. So the next book I'm very excited to read as well is because... one, I've had this for maybe 2 years, almost 2 years now. And two, I've been reading, not recently, but like a couple months ago, I was watching a lot of my favorite YouTubers, and they have been saying that, like mentioning this book. And it's The Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I've had this for ages now. I think this is a Fairy Loot, actually. Yes, it is a Fairy Loot edition. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. You know what? Fairy Loot, honestly, you know what you're doing. An ancient mercurial spirit is trapped inside Elspeth Spindle's head. She calls him the Nightmare. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on a forest road, she is thrust into a world of shadow and deception. Together they embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of Blunder from the dark magic infecting it. As the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him. I don't know if it's like gothic in a way. Maybe it's just set in somewhere dark, but that doesn't mean it's gothic. But I'm curious to know what this is about. I'm not sure. Let me just double check. I think there's a second book of this, actually. Yes, so there is a second book. There is a second book, and I think it's, oh yeah, The Two Twisted Crowns. So, you know what? Maybe I'll make a series. Maybe I'll make I'll definitely make a series where like I read the books, the first books of a series, and decide whether I want to continue them or not. So we'll see how I feel about that. But these are the TBR for the end of July/August. We'll see if I stick with this, because honestly, I need to get through these books because I'm so sick and tired of trying to mentioning them on my freaking vlogs or in my freaking videos, saying that I really need to get through this book. You know what? I just need to sit down and read them. And if I don't like them, there's a thing called DNF Max. But yeah, hopefully I'll get through all of them, which is difficult. Again, I'm pretty much a mood reader, but I would need to get through them. And you know what? I'll make it fun. I'll make it into a new separate series/video of reading all the books, the first books, and deciding whether I should keep them or not. But yeah, hope you enjoy this video. It's a bit chaotic, especially with my cat. I love him, but he is the owner of this house and he owns me. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions or, you know, thoughts or just vibes, comment down below. Again, even an emoji helps a lot with the algorithm. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. And you know what? For all the people who actually subscribe to me, thank you so much. I don't know how you guys actually like watching my videos, because I feel like I am so cringy. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye!